Yes, mate. Welcome to the video. I've just come back from a walk and was completely not planning on filming this particular video right now, but I listened to a podcast by my mate Mo, and in it he was basically just saying, don't think, do, and that inspired me to just film this right now. Like, I also kind of set up the camera to film a different clip, and I looked at it and I was like, do you know what, mate? The lighting is pretty naughty, and fuck it, I wrote some notes on my phone yesterday, and I feel like I can just do it. I can just really natural have a conversation with you about social media and my opinion on it and how I think you should approach it. So before we get into the video, I want to say that this is more relating to people who are my age, my current stage of life. I'm not trying to say that what I'm about to say is or are things that you should implement or adopt into your life if you're at a different stage. So if you're a lot older and you're watching this might not relate to you. However, I still think you should listen to it because I think you'll probably find value in it. So yeah, more so relating to people who are my age. Social media, what's my opinion on it? I genuinely think social media is toxic as fuck. I think it is bad. Like, I think it's so bad for you. I've mentioned it in previous videos, and yeah, I think it really takes away from other areas of your life. Too many people spend way too much time on their phone, like scrolling through pointless shit, and that time and energy could be invested into so much more. So I'll get into it a little bit more, but yeah, I've mentioned in previous videos that for me, I limit my social media usage to as little as possible. And it's funny because it looks like from the outside that I'm really active and that I spend loads of time on social media, especially Instagram. However, when I'm posting all my stories, I literally will like post the story and come off it again. I will probably use Instagram for about half an hour to 45 minutes a day in terms of actually like scrolling through my feed, etc. And even then that's quite a lot. Like, I feel like if you add that up over the week, you're spending like a few hours potentially that you could have put towards something else. Anyway, so let's get on with this video. Gonna use my phone, gonna use the notes, deal with it. I'm gonna fucking use notes. It's gonna help me with this video. I'm gonna try and not cut it. So yeah, basically, yeah, just my opinion, said that. Depends where you are in life, said that as well. Sick, mate, memories, pretty naughty. Right, so we'll start with Twitter because it's the one that I use the least. I actually deleted it a long time ago. Was never very active on Twitter, but I just think Twitter's a fucking pile of shit. I think everyone should delete Twitter. I think in terms of like return value for how much time you spend on Twitter, it's pointless. I think, yeah, I don't think it's necessary to have it on your phone whatsoever. I don't know, maybe I was just following the wrong people, but there's no value on it. Like, what is Twitter? People are just posting like pointless one-liner sentences, and how much time do you spend like going through all of it? And like, maybe you follow your mates and all that sort of stuff, but then at the same time, if they genuinely are a close mate of yours in your close circle, then whatever they have to say on there, they're probably communicating with you through other like messaging forms or group chats anyways. So in terms of like having it there, and if you have the app and how much you access it, and without even realizing just start like scrolling through it and wasting time, it's not worth having it at all. So yeah, delete Twitter ages ago. Best thing I ever did. Never look back. Never gonna get it again, mate. Don't have anything more to say about that. Then we'll move on to Facebook. Facebook's a really interesting one. I actually stopped using it pretty much completely for like a year and a half until recently. I launched a private Facebook group for Mr. Raving face, and that's been one of the best things I've ever done. It's honestly made me be able to talk to a lot of people that follow me, like, so much more than I ever would have. It's allowed me to present them with a platform where they can share content as well. They can share videos, they can share mixes, just talk amongst each other. Like, I can do live mixes now and talk to them whilst I'm doing live mixes. It's fucking sick. Like, I think Facebook, I really had the wrong impression of Facebook. I went through a long old period where I was like, yeah, it's only for like 12-year-olds now, or it's only for like 50-year-olds now. That's wrong, but that's the way that I'm using Facebook, and that's very different to how a lot of you guys, I think, might be using Facebook. Like, I don't think you'll be having a private Facebook group and having those sorts of interactions. So I think Facebook's good to like reminisce. I think it's good to have old pictures on there, or just like post pictures and stuff. you'll always be able to look back on that, and it's almost like a photo library. They're not going to be deleted unless you delete them, so fucking loads of shit could go wrong with your phone and your laptop, but you're still going to have your Facebook account, and you're still going to have those like pictures and stuff on there. So I think that's pretty good. I think it's good to like keep in touch with people and like dip in and out. I think when you're older, I think it's a lot better. It's a lot better to sort of see what people are up to in the past that you've sort of interacted with, and also just like keep up to date with relatives and stuff. But in terms of like someone who's my age, if you're using the Facebook app and you find yourself scrolling through videos and like spending hours, literally some people spend hours without even realizing it, a day scrolling through Facebook videos are really, it's like a short-term spike of like satisfaction. It's like you watch it, you have a short laugh, and then next thing you know, you just do that, spend hours on it, and then that's it. You stop doing it, and you don't even think about those videos really ever again. And you've almost just utilized so much of your time doing something that like has no long-term value in it. What's the fucking point? Like, you're not going to get to 50 years old and look back on your life and be like, yeah, fucking sick. All of those Facebook videos that I spent hours watching every single day was the best thing I've ever done, and it's put me in such a great position now. So yeah, Facebook, I think you should pretty much never be on it unless it's in a dedicated time slot that you said you're going to use social media. I'll go into that in a bit, but if you're watching Facebook videos, then that's fucking pointless. So yeah, if that's you, stop doing it. Total waste of your time. Put it towards doing something else, even if it's literally walking or like reading or just doing something more valuable that will add way more value to your life. And yeah, don't use Facebook basically. Unless you're part of my private Facebook group, then you're a fucking legend, and like keep using it and keep using that Facebook group because there's loads of value on that, because we're just fucking legends. Right, safe. So now onto Instagram. Instagram's probably what I've got the most to say about because it's the one that I use the most, and I have strong opinions on it. My opinions on it have changed a lot, and the way that I use the app has changed a lot over the last sort of few years. So sorry if I'm looking down, not sorry at all actually. This is making the video more valuable. So the first thing that I did actually a couple years back is I unfollowed every single person that like literally, I went through my following list. It took me ages. I was following like 900 people. It was a fucking joke. I now follow like 130. But yeah, all of these people that I followed were just like, I don't even know why I followed them. Like, they might have just been people that I'd met once or twice. They might have been people that I've never met before in my life. And ultimately, I went through the list and I was like, is this person adding value to my life? Is their content that they are posting adding value to my life? Do I give a fuck about this person, what they're doing on a daily basis? Is it adding value to my life? And I'm not gonna lie, I was fucking brutal. I was like, nope, don't give a shit about you, don't give a shit about you. Like, you posting stuff, I'm never gonna see one of your posts and be like, fucking hell, my life has changed, or that's added so much value to my life. I don't actually care. So yeah, went through and got rid of about 800 people. Then what I did is I changed that account to be in like my main kind of account, and then I made a personal account, and on the personal account I followed anyone that I deleted from the other account that was a friend, but I kind of didn't want to have them on that main account because they would post maybe like once every few weeks, and to a certain extent because they were a friend in the past, like it would be cool to catch up with them or just in general see what they're up to, but I didn't really care about it on like a frequent basis. So it'd just be something I'd like dip in and out of. So I made a personal account, followed those people on there. There was only about like 80 or 90 people on that account. So now I've got 2 accounts, or 2 years ago had 2 accounts. One had like less than 100 followers, and well, both of them had less than 100 followers. And yeah, and I think you should do the same thing. I think because one, what it will mean is that your feed itself will be like only valuable posts. You'll be left with only posts of people that add value to your life. That's the first thing. The second thing is, if you don't do it and you have hundreds of posts on your feed, it takes you a ridiculous amount of time to scroll through it. And because you're scrolling through it and you know most of those things are fucking pointless shite, you then miss the valuable posts within it. Same goes for the stories. You just fucking tap through the stories, try to get through them as quickly as possible because you've got hundreds of stories at the top. Whereas if you only follow people that add value to your life, then those stories are only going to have like 10 of them, and they're all going to be valuable, and you can get through them within 5 minutes. So you're not spending stupid amounts of time on your phone. So that's the first thing I recommend you do. And yeah, that was a big like thing that I did that made Instagram and my time on Instagram like significantly less. Sick, mate. Right. Okay, this relates to it. So then some of you might be thinking, oh, but what if these people have a negative opinion to me once I've done this? What if these people like have an opinion about me unfollowing them? What if they're annoyed and all of this sort of shit? Basically, think about it like this. You've unfollowed them because they don't add value to your life at this present point in time, or like in the foreseeable future, or fucking ever, really. And therefore, they're never going to be in your circle. They're never going to be your friend, like, properly. And never going to be someone you're going to do business with or just have, like, a sick time with. So, therefore, their opinion actually means nothing to you. Like, it literally means nothing. They can see that you've unfollowed them and think, what the hell, that's so out of order. Like, I met him once and now he's unfollowed me, what a twat. But, like, sick. You can think I'm a twat, mate, because at the end of the day, your opinion of me is literally worth, like, fucking, can't think of an analogy, but it's literally worth nothing. And if their opinion genuinely was worth something to you, then you would have kept them. Do you know what I mean? Like, one of those people would have been someone that you saw had value and added value to your life. So yeah, so don't worry about what other people might think as a response to you unfollowing them, because you don't care and their opinion isn't having any impact on you. You're doing this to better yourself. You've got to be selfish. The whole reason why you've unfollowed them is so that you can put yourself in a better position to progress with your life and like make better decisions, spend less time on social media, not see pointless shit posts. So be selfish, unfollow them, don't give a shit what they think. If they're the kind of person to get annoyed by that anyways, then they're not the sort of person you want to have in your life. So that's the way that I see it. Okay, decent. I'm fucking glad I've got these notes, to be fair, because I'm on a fire. Like, I see a little bullet point and I'm like, bam, mate, get out another one. Right, so I said that if you follow loads of people, fucking missed valuable posts. I've split my accounts. I've got a sick memory. Right, don't go on social media in the morning. This is key. Like, do not go on social media in the morning. That's like the worst thing you can do. Why would you wake up in the morning to a new day, like so much opportunities, like the fucking sun's rising and you've got everything at your fingertips, and you decide to go on social media to do what? To see what other people are doing. Like, it doesn't make sense. What are you going to gain from sitting there staring at your phone, watching other people achieve and do shit? Doesn't make sense. There's nothing that you're going to see in that time span in the morning that's going to, like, suddenly change your life. Like, motivation shouldn't come from fucking social media. And if you're waking up in the morning and the first thing you're doing is checking your phone, then you seriously need to, like, rethink how you're structuring your daily routine. Because your daily, like, routine, your morning routine in particular, how you start your day in the morning is how you'll go on throughout the rest of your day. And some of you might see something that you don't want to see, like, on social media in the morning, and that might set you up for a shit day and a shit mindset. So that's just another point. Like, I didn't even think about that. But yeah, don't go on your phone in the morning. Don't go on social media. Do things like reading. Do things like meditation. Go for a walk. Listen to podcasts. Do some stretching. Do some fucking running. Do some exercise. All these things that are going to set you up for a good day. And don't do these things after going on social media, because, like, my mate recently has been saying it a lot and I couldn't agree more with him, but Mo's been saying that, like, social media is designed to fucking captivate you, and it's literally made to keep you enticed, and it's made to make you feel like that you can't freaking stay away from it. And if you spend time in the morning doing social media, then going to do something like reading a book, which is so much more valuable, is going to seem boring as fuck. Like, it's going to seem so shit next to it, like, after doing that. So yeah, stay off your phone and only go on social media at designated points of time. So I will, like, dip in and out of social media to a certain extent. No, I don't actually. I only go on it at certain specific times a day. But I will be more responsive to things like DMs, where I can add value to someone's life, YouTube comments, and, like, replying to, like, Facebook comments on the private Facebook group, checking my website, etc., even though a website isn't really social media. But in terms of, like, actually scrolling through the feed and going through the stories, I will only do that for a designated time of the day when maybe I'm doing something else, like cooking. So I'm, like, being multitasking, and sometimes actually it's in the evening only when I'm watching a YouTube video and eating food for half an hour. It's the only time that I'll use social media. So if you ever sort of think that I'm using it a lot, then I'm fucking not. Right, decent. So the next thing I was going to say is, if you're a lad, basically, and you're worried that, like, I'm talking maybe post-coronavirus, because at the moment, like, no one's leaving their houses, but just in the future, if you're a lad and you're maybe chatting to a bird, or maybe the other way around as well, sorry, fucking shouldn't call girls birds, if you're a lad and you're talking to a girl, and you're worried that, like, you want to fucking see what she's doing, you want to see her stories, like, potentially, is she seeing, like, is she tagging another lad in her post? Like, is there something else going on? Like, maybe you're new to talking to her and you really want to, like, get with her and all this sort of stuff, and you're trying to figure out the situation a little bit. If you're actually worried about that, and that's kind of like one of the reasons why you're spending a lot of time on social media, then that's fucking sad. And also, to me, that proves that you're not, like, confident enough in yourself to, like, back yourself, that you should basically be feeling, regardless of who the fuck she's talking to, or whoever else she might be talking to, like, you're a fucking unit, you're a machine, you're, like, the best person that there is, and you don't need to know if she's talking to anyone else, because it doesn't matter. Like, they've got no chance against you, mate. That's how confident you should be in yourself, and how much you should back yourself. And yeah, and if you feel like you have to monitor, like, potential other threats, then you need to, well, to be fair, you've probably lost anyways, actually, because the fact that you're having that mentality shows that you're not confident enough. And, like, as hard as it is to say, you should go away, get more confident, fucking become a absolute Adonis, and then return to the situation where you feel like you don't have to check social media and you can just fucking win her, and you'll live a happily fucking life, like a fairy tale. You will literally be in a castle with a dragon, like, fucking round your foot or something. Right, that's a bit of a weird one, but okay, yeah, decent. So that's all fine, brilliant. If you're not, confident, post stories, come off again. Yeah, said that earlier on. Only look at stories. Yeah, brilliant. YouTube, right? Okay, we're going to talk about YouTube. That's me done for Instagram. Hope you enjoyed that little portion of the video. Right, so YouTube's hard. It's hard because I think there's so much more value to be taken from YouTube videos than there is, like, watching normal TV, 100%, like, than there is watching normal TV. Don't watch normal TV. It's fucking shit. It's stupid. News is dumb. News is always negative. News is designed, like, news is a business. They're not going to tell you happy, clappy, positive stuff, because no one actually wants to hear that. It's so sad, but no one would tune in to, like, hear about how great things are. Everyone just wants to know what's going wrong. So yeah, don't watch the news. Don't watch TV. It's all a load of bullshit, unless you're watching a documentary by David Attenborough. He's a fucking legend, and, like, maybe you should just stop doing everything you're doing and just watch David Attenborough 24/7. Nah, I'm joking. But, like, there are obviously some things on TV that are more valuable than others. But yeah, I think for the most part, YouTube videos provide more value because people are usually creating them to provide you with value of some sort. So yeah, I think watching YouTube videos necessarily isn't that bad. Obviously, different people will take value from different videos. It depends on what your inspirations are, what your ambitions are, what you're trying to achieve. For me personally, I kind of watch other people in my circle. I watch my friends. They're people that I look up to. So, like, my friends are all fucking, like, people that I draw inspiration from. Like, you should surround yourself with people that motivate the fuck out of you. And that's what I try to do. And I can say that all of my friends genuinely do that. I watch videos on, like, videography, cameras, like, mixing, DJing, all these sorts of videos that add value to my life, and then, like, occasionally dip in and out of just, like, some other sort of funny content. But yeah, I think YouTube videos are better than, like, watching TV. Netflix is a weird one. I think there's some fucking sick Netflix series. Not that I have the time to watch them. I actually don't think I've finished any Netflix series. So speaking as, like, a third party, if that's the right saying. But I heard there's some sick Netflix series that I want to eventually watch in the future, and I will do when I have more time. Probably when I'm not working, like, fucking 9 till 5 and trying to grind on the side, mate. But yeah, but basically YouTube's sick. Just be selective with the type of content you're watching. Don't fall into one of these, like, YouTube holes where you just start, like, clicking on videos that are on the side, and the next thing you know, you're watching, like, some fucking Rusty Spoon, like, some have you ever seen that thing where that guy's like, I like Rusty Spoons? Like, it's really fucking weird. Yeah, I've watched that. I've actually watched that fucking, like, loads of times as well. It's really strange. Like, I don't know how that came about, really. Oh no, my nice pictures have stopped. But yeah, so limit how much, like, time you're spending on watching YouTube videos. That's what I'd say. Just try to allocate certain times of the day to watching them. And that's basically my freaking take on social media. Keep watching my videos. Obviously, there should be a priority, and you should, like, not completely disconnect yourself from social media. I think to a certain extent, it's all very much you being selective on the type of content you're choosing to absorb, cutting out the shit, cutting out the bullshit, be realistic to yourself, and just also like check yourself. And I think there's ways you can check on your phone, like how much time you're spending on your phone. Instagram will tell you how much time you're spending on Instagram. If you go into like the settings, it tells you how much you're using it every single day. If it says to you that you're spending 2, 3, 4 hours a day on Instagram, that's fucking like 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. That's like 10 to 20 hours a week you could spend doing something else. And that something else could be anything. And it could get you to a point where your whole life is completely different in 10, 20 years time. And you'll have so much to show from it. You'll be so much happier. You'll be in a better life position. And like, imagine fast forwarding to like fucking 10 or 20 years, right? And you've got two people. You're two people, both of which are you, standing side by side next to each other, right? Person A is the person who spent like 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours a day on social media and like pointless time on social media. Person B spent like half an hour a day on social media and utilized the same amount of time on investing into himself, into investing into a business. Imagine them having a conversation and this person being like, so what have you got to show for like the last 10, 20 years? Like, how's your life been? What you've been up to? And this person's like, to be fair, I can't really remember like any of the short-term funny things that I absorbed on a daily basis from social media. But like right now, this is where I'm at. Don't really have much. My life isn't that great. Like, hasn't been that great. Nothing too much to report. Hasn't been that exciting. And then you got like your same self, but person B, who's obviously spent all of this time investing into something valuable. And he's like, oh, that's pretty shit, mate. I actually spend about half an hour a day on social media. All of the posts that I've seen are like valuable ones. So like all the valuable ones that you've seen, I've seen. All the ones that you have seen that are shit, I haven't seen. And therefore like, I don't fucking need to see them. But with that time, I've built up this business, or I'm now at a point where I'm like a fucking sick next level DJ, and this is my lifestyle. This is what my life has been like for the last fucking 10 years. I've got so much to show for it, and I'm so like happy. And if you were person A and you were literally like talking to yourself, you'd literally be like, fuck, like I fucked up big time here. And you can't go back and undo the past, so obviously like you can't fucking dwell on it, but I'm just trying to put it into a bit of perspective. So check yourself, be realistic, unfollow fucking all those people that are just dead people on your Instagrams and like just don't give a shit about it, and delete Twitter. Yeah, watch my fucking, join my Facebook group, and don't do anything else. Right, sick. Completely impromptu video, probably about 20, 22, 23 minutes long. Not going to do any cuts. There was literally one cut like about 1 minute 40 ago, purely because my camera cuts out after 20 minutes when I'm recording. Sick, mate. Jeez, right, I'm going to continue filming the video that I was meant to be filming. No idea what's going to be called. It's just like a general like vlogging sort of style video. And yeah, I appreciate all of you. I hope you like this kind of video. I'm not going to do anything else to it other than just, yeah, upload it. You're all fucking legends. I appreciate you. And I'll see you in the next one. Yes, mate.